Hey everybody, Iran here. So welcome to session number 2 of day 2. And I'm really excited about this session. We're going to talk video marketing, which I'll probably give a little spiel at the end about my thoughts about video marketing. And I mean, video marketing is here to stay. I think everybody knows that. That's going to continue to be that way. Social media platforms that's just the way it is. Video marketing is the way it is. And we're going to have a session with the CEO of ClipScribe, which is a video editing tool. And I have a little surprise for you as well at the end. There's a couple of things. Number one, we're going to do the giveaway at the very end for the $100 winner. We're going to do like a little, spin the wheel. And then additionally, I have another little surprise where we're going to gift ClipScribe account, basically for 1 year subscription to one person. There's rules to that little giveaway. It's a different one. I haven't announced anything about that, so stick around to the end and I'll explain how that works as well. So if you're interested in that, stick around to the end. Now, this will not be an interview style like the other speakers as much. It will be more a presentation from Craig. Basically, he'll take you through different parts. And from there, we will move on to a bit of Q&A. So we'll go for about half hour and see how it goes. If you're here, if you could do me a quick favor while I bring him up as well, I'd love to know a little bit about who's here, just so we can say hello. So, hey, Hillary, great to see you. Yes, very exciting. Yeah. So we'll say hello to a few other people once they join. But Craig, thanks a lot for being here. I've been a customer for, I think, 2 years, maybe more, 2 years at least, I reckon.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I was probably one of the early ones. I got a steal of a deal, and ClipScribe. I'll give you my use case. What I use ClipScribe for. I use ClipScribe primarily for short video editing tasks that I need to get done, either me or my virtual assistant, especially for testimonials. Actually, basically the header and then the subtitles, and there's other use cases I've used it for, but testimonials is a big one for me. And, I mean, the subscription that I'm paying and the time it saves me having to do it because it's so targeted to that feature, the time it saves me, just this yearly subscription alone, if I just use it for a couple of videos, to me, I've made use of it. So really great value. And yeah. So thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you. It's good to be here. I'm excited to talk to your audience.
Yeah, definitely. Hello, Lisa. Great to see you again. Awesome. And yeah, we'll just dive right in. I'll just let you kind of take it away. And
okay.
Yeah,
let's do it. Hey everybody,
okay.
I'm Craig. I'm glad to be here chatting with you. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about video marketing. Obviously, a little bit of ClipScribe in there, but thought I would share with you a little bit about why I started ClipScribe. So I have. This is my third company that is video related. And I've been starting up video-related companies for almost 20 years now. First one was a more of a production type company. My second one was a stock video marketplace, and then ClipScribe. And I remember when I was starting this stock video marketplace where anybody could buy and sell little short, video clips of almost anything to use in video editing. And that was around 2006. I was thinking at that time that video was about to explode. Like I was thinking we're right on the cusp of where video is going to be bigger than ever. And I was actually pretty early on that. Like my prediction was still quite early. And it was, and that tool was mainly used by professionals, people creating, movies or creating TV shows or creating corporate videos. Video had not quite exploded yet. And during that time, Facebook launched and social media began, and then you started to see video. And I feel like now is that time. And we're probably still at the beginning of that time where video is exploding. It's becoming a necessity for organizations. I mean, especially for business owners, organizations, anybody trying to reach people online. You're seeing the social media platforms starting, not even starting, they're pushing video, photos, everything else is getting pushed aside and video is taking over. So just like blogs, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, you started to see blogs kind of creep up. And then it got to the point where a lot of people were behind the 8 ball because it was critical that you have a blog on your website, that you have written content on your website. And so we're at that beginning point where a lot of people are going to push back and they're not going to want to do video, or they're going to try, to say, I'll just wait on that. But now, now is that critical time for those to take advantage of this and hop on it and do what I like to call endear your audience to you. Endear your audience to you. What does endearing your audience mean? It means to make people like you, to make people trust you, to make them know you. And the cool thing about video that sets it apart from everything else is it allows you to scale that know, like, and trust factor. I was never a big networker. I didn't like networking events. I didn't really honestly understand them until I had a business. My last business crashed and I basically had to start over. And I started to do local marketing and I started going to these networking events that I did not even understand the point of them. But somebody said, hey, if you want to do local marketing, you need to go to some events. And slowly I began to understand how important those relationships were, because before that, I was a guy behind a computer screen running ads, doing Google ads and growing a business that way. And so I started thinking right around the time, if Gary Vaynerchuk, he was probably one of the first ones to really use video heavily online and to start making an impact. And I started watching him right around that same time and thinking to myself, wow, this is it. This is how you scale that factor I was experiencing in real time, which was going out, meeting people, all of a sudden getting business that I didn't really expect to happen. But I started to meet people and they got to know me and they got to like me and trust me. And a lot of you already get this. Like I said, I'm kind of behind to it, but you've experienced where somebody does business with you just because they know you. I mean, maybe even you're thinking, there's got to be better people to do this than me, and yet they're doing business with me. And like me, I mean, I felt deep down inside, they're just doing business with me because they know me and they like me and they built some level of trust. So how do you scale that? Well, video is it. You can take that thing where you get in front of people and people get to know you and they get to kind of understand who you are and they get to, I kind of like this person, and you might have experienced that online. I did. Speaking of Gary Vaynerchuk, I did with Gary Vaynerchuk. First time I saw him, he's cussing, he's brash. I thought, I don't like this guy. I mean, that was the first thought. A lot of people had that first thought. And his videos kept coming, and I thought, hey, I actually kind of like what he said there, and hey, that's kind of true. And over time, I just began to forgive the things that bothered me at first, and I began to say, you know what, this guy's not so bad. He's got some good stuff to say. And I kind of became a fan at one point. And it was him being in front of me, being authentic, being himself. Over time, that made me start to like him and know him and put some trust in him, let him throw some ideas my way that I started to implement. And really, probably if it wasn't for Gary Vaynerchuk, I would not have started ClipScribe. His video content out there with subtitles, with headlines and everything was kind of the inspiration for that. But video has changed a lot, and I want to talk to you about what that shift has been, because within the last few years, we've seen this thing where, prior to social media and video and social media, if you were going to make a video, you're going to sit down behind a video editor, maybe Adobe Premiere or something like that, or Final Cut, and you're going to sit down, you're going to cut a video together. The idea of somebody doing what I'm doing right now, which is I'm just talking to you. I'm not bringing in a bunch of video. There's not music. There's not a bunch of other stuff going on. I'm using video right now just as a simple communication tool. I'm not making a movie. I'm not making a TV show. I'm not trying to be super artistic. You're there. I'm here. I want you to know me, trust me, like me. And so I'm just trying to be myself and have a conversation with you. And that's really what the big shift has been in video, is that it's not something used as much for creating a creative, work. I mean, obviously it still is, but what you're probably wanting to use it for is not to make a movie, not to make a TV show, not to make a corporate video, but to talk to an audience and just communicate with an audience. And so that's a big shift that's happened, and it's made us all have to kind of rethink, well, what do I need to use to do that? What tools do I need to use to make that kind of video? And that's really what led me to creating ClipScribe, is because I'm a video expert. I mean, I don't mean that braggingly, but obviously I've been doing video editing. I've been doing motion graphics for many, many, many years. I mean, I'm not the best of the best, but I can put together a video if somebody hired me to and do, a pretty good job of it. But all of a sudden I started seeing Gary V's videos come out, and I started understanding, for one thing, the importance of text, because Gary was using text to a really good effect on his videos. He was putting headlines on them, like I said. He was using subtitles, and not the traditional kind of subtitles. And I kind of have a differentiation between the words closed captions and subtitles. I separate those two out. Closed captions for me are the traditional type of subtitles that you'd have on a movie, where you would turn them on, either you're hearing impaired or it's in a language you don't understand. Or maybe things are loud and you can't hear it well, or you can't understand the person. They're more of an option for you. And my definition of subtitles, as far as it goes for social media, is they're not an option anymore. Text is not an option anymore. Text on video it's a critical attention grabbing tool in your content arsenal, but it's also an aesthetic tool. Okay. You can get creative with it. All of a sudden you can, the subtitles in the past are just one font, one color, nothing really of interest about them. So now with tools like ClipScribe, you can get creative. You use different fonts. You can, add headlines to your videos. And why do you need to do that? Why is text so important? This statistic was from a few years ago. Okay, so I still quote it today because I think it's relevant, or as relevant, maybe more relevant. But when I started ClipScribe, the statistic going around was that 80% of social media videos are watched without the sound on. Okay, 80% at that time, 2 or 3 years ago, are watched with that sound on. A lot of people, that blows their mind. Some people totally get it, because if you're at work, or you're, in line to pick your kids up, or you're in a crowded place, or you're at the mall, or wherever you're at, you're laying in bed at night and your significant other is trying to sleep and you got the volume down and you're reading the video. And if you're flipping through the feed and a video does not have text on it, the likelihood that you will pass that video by is pretty high. And whether that text is a headline or subtitles, either way, because we all know that the attention span of all of us, of everyone on the internet, is just going way, 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 way down. So you have a few seconds in the feed to grab somebody. And so what tools can you use to do that? Well, if most people are watching with the sound off, text, but even if they're not, to listen to a video, you have to wait. you have to give it a few seconds. Text, you get it immediately. You pick it up immediately. If it's a headline, if it's a first subtitle, you get it immediately. So text is a powerful tool to bring somebody in. And that's really where ClipScribe, started to enter the picture here, because I created ClipScribe to scratch my own itch. So I started thinking about creating a video course on how to create video content. I'm sitting here watching Gary Vee. I know how to make videos already. I know a lot of people, like Iran who's helping so many people understand technology who may not be super tech friendly. I knew a lot about video, and I thought a lot of people are going to want to start creating video content like this. So I started making my own videos. And like I said, I can already do this. I can sit down with Adobe, Premiere, or After Effects, but I knew that was going to take a lot of time. And I also knew it was kind of overkill for what I was trying to do. But I also knew that I wanted these subtitles in my video burned into my video. And I wanted some creative freedom to have with my subtitles. And so that's when it kind of came together. I can code, and I did my last business. I did a lot of video related coding, and I just thought maybe I can do this because there wasn't anything out there like it. So I started putting ClipScribe together really as a potential freebie almost. I really didn't know how big the market would have been for ClipScribe at that point, but I knew some people would need it, and eventually a lot of people would need it. And the goal was to simply make it as easy as possible to create this type of video, a talking head type of video, but with the attention-getting tools, headlines, automatic subtitles, where it just creates them automatically. Because at that point, I was literally typing them in. I had an app that I could type them in, and I was all thumbs sitting there trying to type in these subtitles. And that was the point where I was like, this is insane. Like, there's got to be an easier way to do this. I'm wasting so much time. And then I switched to After Effects. Same thing. I'm sitting there typing, and I was like, this is bonkers. Like, that was the point that made me start working on it, and then start creating it as again, not a traditional video editor, but a tool that would help people, create videos like the ones you see on social media every day. So once I did that and I launched ClipScribe and people started using it, I started running Facebook ads, and like within 30 minutes, people were signing up for it. And I thought, wow, okay, the market is there. People do need this. But then I was like, okay, how can we take it, to the next level? And that's when, I started thinking more about what I call the seismic difference, which is how regular HD video is not as relevant online as it used to be. So back when I was in college many moons ago, they were just starting to unleash HD video. Like it wasn't even a thing at the time, and they were just starting to launch it. That standard rectangle video standard, and that was it. Really, that's all we knew. Before that, you had our regular TV, which was 4 parts wide by 3 parts high. That's what those numbers mean, by the way. If you've seen 16:9 on a TV, it means it's 16 parts wide and it's 9 parts high. And I never dreamed that people would be creating videos that were vertical, for one thing, unless they were doing a display like a digital signage at the mall or something like that, or square or anything like that. It was just regular 16:9, HD video. But now we have different sizes for multiple social media platforms. So we've got horizontal on YouTube. Obviously, you still see it there. You see it everywhere. Horizontal 16:9 video is still something that you're going to see all over the place. And then, of course, we've got flipped. Vertical video is just that regular HD video flipped on its side. That's all it is. Nothing magical or special there. It's just the exact same side flipped over. As you know, if you filmed it, you just turn your camera to the side. So vertical, we've got vertical. Instagram introduced us to square. So they started forcing you to make square photos. And then we started doing square videos. And this became really interesting when Facebook let you do square videos. And that's where people started adding bars at the top and bottom, where they could put a headline at the bar at the top. They'd have their regular HD video, but then they'd add some space to the top and bottom. Oh, now I can put a headline. Now I have some more creative options to get my text in there where it's not just sitting right, on top of my video, covering up valuable real estate. I got this number wrong, but you see I've got the right above my head here, I've got 4.3. I meant to say 4.5. The portrait, what a lot of sites call the portrait size. So it's a little bit taller than a square video. So now we've got different platforms that offer different sizes, and some of them, different sizes are preferred, Up until recently, I would say YouTube was almost exclusively regular HD until they started adding, their YouTube shorts. Facebook has been very friendly to square videos, especially in their mobile feed. LinkedIn is still very square friendly. But now we have Reels and TikTok coming in, and they're bringing vertical back, And there was a time where vertical video, it looked like it might be a thing. And I was even talking with one of our customers about this recently, who was telling me, videos, everything's going vertical. And I said, I'm not convinced yet, because when Facebook released stories and Instagram released stories and Snapchat came out, and that's really why Facebook and Instagram did stories, that's when it kind of looked like maybe vertical was going to be a thing. And then it just kind of died out. And now everybody's talking about Reels, but they're only talking about Reels because of TikTok. And TikTok came back, and, TikTok went full vertical, and many, many people loved it. And Facebook said, vertical video, that's really good. Let's do that. Let's copy that like they do so well. And let's create Reels. So now you either focus on one platform, or you take one video and put it on multiple platforms. And that's really, and this is an example. Let me show you an example here. This is an example of some of my videos put into ClipScribe and then put into different formats. And that's one of the things ClipScribe does, really well, is allows you to be able to clone your video to other layouts without having to do anything else but just press a copy button, really. So you get it laid out. I usually get mine laid out at this square, the second there from the left, the square, and then I clone it out to all the other sizes that I need. So that has become a very valuable thing, not just for me, but for so many other people. So they're not having to redo, everything from scratch. And that's something that I have kind of called content compounding. If you have done any investing, compounding is where the benefits you receive from your investment grows from itself, basically. And content compounding is taking one video and allowing that video to grow the attention you get, the impact the video can make by turning that video into multiple different pieces of content. Vertical videos, horizontal videos, blogs even. That's another thing ClipScribe does, is it takes your subtitles and turns them into a blog, so you can copy and paste it into your blog. Horizontal, square, for all the platforms, that is the power of ClipScribe, and really where we're going, and the focus that we have almost 100% is helping people making this type of video content get as much attention, amplify the attention and the reach that they get. And that leads us back to Reels, which is one of the things Ron wanted me to talk to you about. And I'm about to shut down here so we can take some questions, but I'm going to give you a little sneak preview of the new ClipScribe update that we're about to release. Really, nobody's seen this except you, so this is definitely an exclusive. It's been a long time coming, but the thing about Reels that has changed things is that now that it's full vertical, you know, all of a sudden having these spots for headlines or other stuff may not be as convenient, and people have really gone in on subtitles and making them as creative and as interesting as possible. And that's what this new ClipScribe update is all about, is the ability to go in to, you know, every single word if you want to, and style all of those words. So you can kind of hear your subtitles are created automatically. And I'll just show you one example here. Hey, it's Greg with ClipScribe. Wanted to give you a little taste of our new update that's coming. Some of the features that will be on there. As you can see, subtitles. So being able to go in and literally create a bunch of custom styles and then add any of those styles to any word or to all the words in your video, with the ability to add custom animations to those words, to add transitions to every one of these subtitle blocks. And one of the things that a lot of people don't realize about ClipScribe, even some of our users sometimes, is the ability to just edit out chunks of your video by just turning it off. Editing based on the words you say versus the, you know, having to go look at a timeline of video and find spots to cut and splice. It's super beneficial. And one simple example of that is, you know, a lot of times on the front end of my video, it's just me looking around or getting ready to shoot video. And I can edit that out just by literally clicking it off with just one click of my mouse. I can know that dead air is gone instantly. And of course, it's great for taking out mistakes, but it's also great for repurposing your video. If you have a longer video and you just want to get one small section of it, then, you know, you can turn off all of these subtitle blocks here, which is what we call them, and then just turn on the ones that you want. So I can just click these on, and now my video is only, you know, it's only about 4 seconds here, 6 seconds long versus the previous video, you know, which was much longer. So also the ability to add in inline emojis here, but you can also add these as timed emojis. As you saw that kind of banner that flew over at one point, you can add images and banners and text and headlines timed throughout your video as well. But again, the goal being, make it as simple as possible to create a video that's going to make an impact, grab attention, and then clone that video out to multiple layouts and formats, so that you can compound the impact that video is going to have on your audience, and do it quickly without a lot of pain. I don't like making videos. It's difficult. It takes time. And so ClipScribe was there to scratch, you know, my itch and to make it as easy as possible for me to do one thing that even after all these years of making videos, I would rather be doing something else. And so that's what ClipScribe is here for. And that's the direction that we'll keep heading in for people like you creating video content and trying to build and grow your audience. So that's what I got. Aran, I don't know if you want to do some questions or anything. I would be more than happy to answer any or answer any of your questions as well.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. It's so funny because you started talking and I thought, you know what? I'm going to see if I can get a ClipScribe done while you're talking. So I was actually uploading a testimonial to my ClipScribe account. I thought it's actually worth sharing. I just think that it's, let me just show my screen, just because I think people will kind of, it's going to be really helpful to see visually what it actually looks like. I don't know if Amy's here, but Amy gave me a testimonial a few days ago, Amy Miller. And let me just show you what it looks like when I share the screen. So you could see here the testimonial. So basically, this is what's really cool. So she gave me this video and I was just exploring it again. And if you notice, there is, once I upload it, I basically can choose which size I want that video to be. Right.
Yeah, and it looks like you've got at least one template that you created yourself there, and that was one thing I was going to mention as well, is the ability to make a template and save it and use it over and over again.
Correct. So these two templates, I use those. This one is like an old template, which this is when I was trying to do like value-based content, like just educational, which wasn't really the big use case that I was using. This is more for testimonials. So if you go for my Instagram, you would see I have testimonials using ClipScribe. And what's really cool is that I can take this video, this testimonial, and I'll be like, okay, I want to have it in different places. And all that needs to happen is I just click on one of these. Now, can I generate a video? Curious, can I generate a video with one click to all of those and you will have one each, or do I have to do it one by one?
You would need to start with a base design. So you would start with your first design, and then you would clone it. You would need to clone it to each one, because once it changes the size, we do our best. The system does its best to reorder everything exactly where it should be. But I usually recommend people just double check it, make sure, because the sizes change, where things should go. But yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. So then on that process, if you were to look at what I just have here, let's just say I want it to be this one. Then what will happen is I've just uploaded the video. Now I'm going to click on this because I want the headline and I want the subtitles. As soon as I click on it, I see a whole bunch of templates on how I want it to look.
Yep.
I've obviously created a couple of templates already. So I'm just going to pick one, which I'm going to pick this one for the sake of demonstration. And then it's going to basically generate that file. And this is how quick it is, right?
Yeah.
By the way, I'm at the stage where I'm hiring video editors to do this stuff for me, but obviously getting started, I didn't have the money to even pay a video editor. So, this was a way better solution for me. And we'll just kind of wait and see how long that's going to take. But it should be a couple of minutes or less, right?
Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, it takes a couple seconds. Yeah, and that's that's another kind of one of the benefits, is that you can, a lot of people have their VAs work on their video. In fact, that's what I do. I shoot my video, upload it to ClipScribe, and my VA goes and edits it. And because they're just editing it based on what I say, it's so easy for them. They don't have to be an expert video editor. They just have to click out the sections where I make mistakes. And a lot of times I'll even talk to them while I'm making the video. I'll be like, oh, I messed up. Take out that part I just messed up on. And so it's kind of a cool way of doing it. So other people, VAs working in ClipScribe, because they don't have to have your phone. They don't have to, you don't have to send them the video. Then they got to go into your account and everything. They can just hop on your ClipScribe account. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so the subtitles look good. I'm happy with them. And then I'm just going to change the title. So, I'll just say video testimonial. I probably should have a better title. Right?
Yeah.
Something like that. But let's just say that's that. And then now, obviously that it's all done. I've got this little countdown, so that's pretty cool as well. And
you'll click make up in the upper right to export it.
Make, right?
Yep.
Click on make.
And it'll take a few minutes. It's usually about a minute per minute of video to export it. So it takes about 2 or 3 minutes for the subtitles to be created when you upload your video. And then based on how long your video, about a minute per minute to export it.
And if I wanted to basically go and do the same thing, but now take that same video and turn it into a different size, I'll basically duplicate that.
You'd actually, the best thing to do is right from that same page you were on.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. You'd click the copy button up there.
Do I copy, open in a new tab, or just click on copy?
No, you can do it from right there. You don't need to open a new tab. Just click copy. And then click that.
Oh, wow.
Click the second one from the left, that vertical one there. You can see what it does. And what that's
clone current subtitles.
Yeah, the system, you always use the master on every video, so that if you make changes on one video, they follow you on all the videos you've made, but you can clone them as well, so that you can have a set specific, if you're shortening a video or something like that. So that's what that option is. Either
So
one you
use
can click.
master, it will be the original subtitles, or is it going to be what I just
Correct.
edited? Because I had a couple of editions to make.
If you need to change it and you need this next video to be on its own, like you don't want anything you do to it to follow any other videos you've created, then you would clone it. But if you want,
clone current subtitles.
Yep.
Okay. So now we're doing a Instagram story and Instagram IGTV. That's the style.
Yep.
This is so funny. I've been a customer for 2 years. I've never used this feature you just showed me.
It's powerful. It's one of the most powerful things to the whole software. That and the editing part are features that
the editing is awesome. Yeah.
People don't use as often, but they're both very potent little features.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah, it looks like your subtitles moved up there.
There you go. Look at that.
That's not usual. So you just reposition those. That normally doesn't happen. So I'll check into that. But yeah, that's as simple as it is. Just boom, and make a few adjustments, and
then I can make
you're
the
good to
text
go.
bigger, obviously.
Sure. Yeah. You
now
can
the text.
adjust the font.
Make that a bit bigger. Subtitles. Now let me move. Yeah, put it in the middle. I'll put it here. Make the subtitles so it's not in the way. Obviously, I can do pop-ins. So I've got my font because my pop-ins is my font.
Okay.
And yeah, video position. And the subtitles will be the same, right? Basically.
Yeah.
So let's just have a look. Yeah. So you see it's the same.
Yeah.
I had to fix because it never transcribes my name correctly.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay. So I'll do make, and now it will create an IGTV video for me.
Yep. Yep.
Freaking amazing. So good. Okay, go to my videos, and then I'll be able to download basically, right?
Yeah, you can download it right from those pages you were on. You can also go to the in progress tab over there. There you go. Download. Yeah, right there would be the easiest place to download those.
Okay, so here it is downloaded. So let's just see Amy's video. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then obviously, if I click on this, it will convert into text, right?
Yeah, it'll put it puts it into paragraph form into a text editor that you can tidy up and then copy and paste into your blog.
So if I do a long form video, it will just kind of transcribe it that way. There you go, all the text. Yep. So you can copy and paste this text and then use it on a blog.
Yep.
Amazing. So good. Yeah, phenomenal. So there you go. I mean, I feel so. I'm like, it's such a ripoff because I'm paying $45 a year for this. Right? It's just ridiculous, right? I got in really early, so I got a really good deal. But
yeah.
Anyway,
and I think I told you before that prices now with this new update, prices are definitely going to be going up. So we're going to have a promotional period where we keep them the same for a bit and kind of push that. So yeah, now would be a time to hop on before they do go up.
Yeah. Now let me just show the final result because I just have it now. So let me just share it. I'll share a different screen. Give me 1 second. You can see it, right?
I can't see it.
Oh, hang on. Okay, there you go.
There it is.
Today was a day filled with tech difficulties from not allowing pop-ups.
You get the idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was created literally while we're here, basically.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. So I uploaded it probably 5 minutes before we started talking to me because it took a couple minutes to render. Subtitles happen automatically. I just had to change the name. So instead of E-Run with an I, because that's just my name does that with a transcription. Every software does it for me. And yeah, And by the way, do you have a feature where I can change it so it doesn't do that? So I don't have to change it every the Iran. So when it says Iran, it does Iran instead.
There
Like
is
a
a find replace option on there. It's the new update. It will be even clearer. But yeah, you can go in to just click on select just your name and find replace, and it will replace all instance of it.
Okay. Let's take some questions. So first of all, Hillary, I like seeing how ClipScribe works in clear time, absolutely. How do I get my Facebook Live into ClipScribe? So I believe that you just export the video and upload it. Is that right?
Yeah, you would download it. So my thoughts on that, I'm pretty sure, and I don't know if they've changed this. I know at one point Facebook, when you downloaded your live, it was really low quality. I don't know if that's changed or not. So that's the only negative. You can download it. You might think about using something like OBS or something where you can actually download the full resolution video or record it. And then, just because Facebook, I don't know if they're trying to punish you or something, but yeah, it's been really low resolution for some reason. But yeah, you can definitely download it and then upload it to ClipScribe.
Yeah. I think if you Google, I'm not sure what your name is, whoever is asking the question, but I believe all you got to do is just Google how to download a Facebook video. There's different free tools to download videos from YouTube. You might be able to download from your own account if it's your account, and then you just upload it as a video file, basically.
Yeah, I think you can. I think you can download it unless they've changed it right from the live, right from your videos area. But they might have changed that.
Yeah. So Hillary said, so ClipScribe is to simplify our creation and adaptation of short reels to various platforms.
It is primarily for shorter videos, for sure. That is the main target. There are people that use it for long form content, and which is fine. I mean, I don't mind, but the main goal is to punch up the attention you get in the feed to get people over to your long form content. Yeah.
I guess the beauty of what I just saw is that I can even do, here's a really good use case, because I'm thinking in my head, how do I make better use of this? I can go in, do one video, make sure the subtitles are perfect, right? And have all that done. And then I just clone it for each of the various platforms and have a VA schedule it, basically. So it's like a repurposing tool.
It is.
With one click, basically. Like a couple of clicks and you have it rendered. And that's where I feel it's really good, because it's a short learning curve for a virtual assistant. And you know what I'll probably do now that I know this feature. I've never used this feature. It's so stupid. But anyway, now that I know, I'll probably do a little tutorial. I'll do a little test on how that works for myself, and then add it to my course, because I've got a course on virtual assistants, and that's what I do. I repurpose all that stuff. So
yeah, it would help them. I think it would help your VAs out for sure.
Yeah, totally. And I'll tell you, there's another thing that's really valuable. I found if you were to hire a video editor, you'd end up paying $15 an hour, pretty much minimum, if you were to find it on Upwork. Maybe 10, but really it's going to be cheaper. Whereas if a tool like that, and I've done this with another VA of mine, I can hire a VA for a lot cheaper because they're just an administrative task, but they can learn this so quickly that I'm actually lowering my cost, because I don't need a fully trained video editor. So it's actually a way more cost-effective ways to go as well.
It's like you need less of a video editor and more of a language editor is what I have found. You need somebody that understands the flow of language and can edit out mistakes or fix parts. But yeah, the total system of editing goes from somebody really creative and finding, the right spots to splice and just, that doesn't sound right. That word's messed up. Take that out or whatever. So it changes who you need for the job, really.
Totally. Another question, once I clone the video, can I post schedule directly to Instagram from ClipScribe? I think, no, they have to download the video physically.
Yeah,
right?
You need to download it. Yep.
Download the video. Any plans in terms of having a scheduler, or not really? That's not where you're heading.
Not really where we're headed.
That's fine. Plenty of tools to do that, to schedule it. But I usually just export it with AirDrop to my mobile, and then I upload it to Instagram that way, basically.
Yeah. And you can you can export to Dropbox too, and it organizes
Right.
everything based on size and date when you do that. So that's really helpful as well if you're working with a team.
Yeah, yeah. Lisa said another incredible service. Absolutely.
Thanks,
Another
Lisa.
comment. I definitely promote ClipScribe. There's an affiliate program. Yes, there is.
Yeah.
I don't know how you pay 20% commission, I think.
Yeah, 20%.
Speaking of which, I mean, if you want to sign up for ClipScribe, I think it's what, $10 a month?
Yes.
$10 a month.
That's
this is
for the-
$10 a
yeah.
month. I mean,
The starter plan.
yeah. Oh, and 16 for the higher plan, right?
Yeah, for the pro plan. Yep.
Yeah. If you go to clipscribe.com, you can use the code around 10 and you can get 10% off as well. So yeah, what we just showed you, you can repurpose your videos. It's literally 10. You can start with the $10 a month and, you know, upgrade if you need to, basically.
Yeah.
So,
and there's a 7-day trial too, so you can start that up and cancel it if it, it doesn't work for you. Yeah. And there's also a bonus on there that there's something called 100 stories. It gives you 100 story-based video content ideas. And so if you do the trial, that's for free. It's actually a platform that I have on my Craig Lillard website. And so you get to keep that even if you cancel the free trial. So it's a nice little bonus.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. You can only download Facebook Live from your laptop. That's correct. Make the video full view and tap on the 3 dots. Click download video. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I think that works depending on if it's a group or I think if you download a video from a group, if it's private or public, makes a difference. If you're downloading from a profile, it makes a difference. So you just gotta explore that. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying like that. But anyway, if I'm pretty sure. I think I may have a tutorial somewhere on YouTube. But anyway, yeah, the main thing is to make sure you just go to Google and just say download Facebook video free online, and there's plenty of tools to do that. So there's a question from Lisa. Your pricing page indicates the lowest plan doesn't include background removal. What is that? I don't see it listed in the feature area.
Yeah, so one of the things you can do in ClipScribe is you can grab a frame grab of anything in your video and actually make a thumbnail with it within ClipScribe. That option allows you to automatically remove the background from that frame grab. And so you get some credits. It just basically ties in. You've probably heard of remove.bg, which is a site that automatically removes the background from images. So it ties in with that. So as part of the pro plan, you get some credits, and you don't need to go to their website to do it. It does it through our website, but that's what that'll do for you.
Huh.
And it's helpful
Please
just to download.
That answers your question.
Yeah, even if you don't want to do the thumbnail on ClipScribe, if you just need that frame grab, you can just download it. So that's really helpful as well.
Okay. Lisa, let us know if that answered your question. One thing that I think it's important to note as well, like ClipScribe, it's not a huge company. It's a very simple startup. Craig is the CEO and founder and developer and customer support, pretty much.
We've got a few other people, but I do wear several of those hats in spite of that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But my point is he's very hands-on. Self-taught on developing. So you've actually developed the tool, like you do the coding and all that stuff, right?
Yes. And I do a lot of support, and I'm gonna toot my own horn here only because we have very little need for it. So thankfully it's quite stable. Very seldom do people have any issues, but if they do have issues, I hop on them right away. So yeah, that's a plus on both ends. So
amazing. And then Lisa said it would be good to have that on the website. So a little note for you.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, Lisa.
Awesome. If anybody has any other questions, definitely let me know. Now I will say, so Craig has generously gifted one annual subscription plan to one person, basically. And this is how it's going to work. I've basically what I'm doing, and I'll switch this screen. I'll share my screen on this. So there's a catch, because there's a catch. So I'll tell you what the catch is. Uno momento. Okay, so the catch is you need to be an all access pass member. Like you need to have paid for the all access pass or a VIP. If you are already a VIP or an all access pass, at the end of the summit, I'm going to do like the spin the wheel, and whoever has bought the all access pass and or VIP, you will be entered, and whoever wins will get ClipScribe for annual subscription for free. If you end up signing up for ClipScribe right now, for example, we'll just make sure you get the credit, so you still get a year for free if you end up signing up, paying for it now. But I'm gonna basically do a giveaway thing on that on the day before the summit ends. So I'll figure out probably next couple of days, I will basically do that giveaway. So that's spin the wheel. That's what we'll do. And yeah, I'd love to just gift it to somebody that actually has paid for the summit and supported it as well. So anyway, there you go. That's the little catch. I think a lot of people here are already actually sign up. So that's like a little bonus for you.
Nice.
That's right. So Hillary, little bonus for you. Yeah, so you're all good on that. Yeah, so I am gonna throw more bonuses at you on different things like that. So there you go. But yeah, hopefully somebody will win that. We'll probably do it. I don't know, a couple of days. I just want to share it so I can also get more sales for my all access. So there you go. But if you're not a VIP or you're not an all access pass, it's still $27 because I literally have not had time to change the price. So if you want to grab it now. If you get to the page and it's 37, it's because I had time to change it. But right this second, I haven't had time. So it's still 27. Cool. If anybody has any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll take a short break and move on to, because we've got Beth in 7 minutes, where we're gonna get back into lead magnets and stuff. But with that said, let's sign off with Craig. So thanks for being here.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Yeah. And great to see you. Appreciate your collaboration, and yeah, appreciate your service, and amazing software and the price point. I mean, even though I got a steal of a deal at the time, I mean, even
it's
the
a
price
good deal.
now, it's still ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. So
I appreciate it, Ron. I always appreciate you, and thanks so much for having me on here. And yeah, anything I can do for any of y'all, hit me up on our help desk, or my email's on there as well. So I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Perfect. All righty. Cheers.
Bye, guys.
Alrighty, awesome. So let's move on to. I'm basically going to bounce from this stream because the next stream is Beth. So if you want to go to the bathroom, grab a drink, whatever you want, take a short break. We'll be back in literally 5 minutes with Beth, who's going to do more lead magnet reviews to look at all your stuff. So that's going to be exciting. I know it was really popular yesterday. I know with Elena it was so popular today as well. I think people got a lot of value, but we're going to dive right into doing more reviews basically. So if you're keen on that, stay with me and join me in 5 minutes. So I'll speak to you soon. I'm going to end the stream, and yeah, I'll speak to you soon.